I will be showing you how to equip yourself with decent armor and weapons in Star Citizen's upcoming 3.23 release with very low effort and zero cash. Welcome everybody, Grumpworks here. Star Citizen 3.23 should be hitting live early this week, and in this video we will be exploring how to get yourself some gear. I mean, the prices of everything are going up in this version: price of ships, price of armor, and price of weapons. And we will be doing it by doing box delivering missions, visiting cool new distribution centers, and delivering boxes all over the place, as well as some additional tips and tricks, visiting some precarious locations to get some additional gear. Stick with me, it's gonna be cool, and I'm gonna teach you every step of the process that you need to, including picking up weapons, picking up armor, finding which places to go, and everything. Look at how this cool it looks, it's just awesome. And then you will be returning yourself nicely kitted for missions to come. Alright, so we begin at the end of the previous episode. If you have missed it, this was the episode where I showed you the first step that you needed to do in Star Citizen, and that's actually go to the nearest space station and bind yourself to that location. So, now, the next thing we're going to be doing is we will be going up to our ship. F to call the elevator. With the new interaction systems, it's just a button press away. However, if you don't see the elevators responding, well, that is just lag. You will have to either wait it out or try a different server. I'm sorry, I don't know how it will be looking when the new build hits the servers, because in PTU it has been kind of bad to start with. Now everything is quick and responsive, as you can see, but when it went live, the elevators could take up to a minute to arrive, and that's the lag introduced by the replication layer. So be assured, do have some patience as the build goes live. However, we are in our Aurora and we will be taking the contract, and the contract is actually nothing fancy, it's just a delivery mission. So I have picked up a random UDM delivery missions because I'm on Microtech, and actually I'm in Port Tressler above Microtech. It says package should be picked up from the distribution center, so there is a high likelihood that the new missions will be taking you to the distribution center to pick up or to deliver a package to the distribution centers. Those are new large hubs of activity which are kind of awesome. However, in 3.23 when it goes live, they might be still a little bit buggy, so you need to pay attention to that. So, after we have gotten in our Aurora, well, it's a starter ship, you could take any ship, so it's really no excuse. Whichever ship you'd have, it will be good for the purpose, because we will be going and we will be doing some box deliveries. Those are particularly good, especially if you're a new player or you have just gotten into the Star Citizen, so to help you learn a little bit of navigation, how to go, where to go, and what to do. As you can see, we immediately have a quantum marker, so I'm gonna be pointing my Aurora towards it, and after we go out of the Port Tressler, I'm gonna be holding B to switch to the quantum travel navigation mode. And then by holding a left-click mouse button, you will get a chance to accelerate yourself. Just like, take a look at these beautiful visuals. I mean, you gotta take screenshot for the episode, don't you? Well, I think it looks just marvelous. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it glorious? Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Let's go back to our ship UI. By the way, you can get external views by pressing F4 if you didn't know, and Z gives you a free look. So, holding the left mouse button will be engaging your quantum drive, as long as you were in the quantum mode and everything was calibrated. And now we will be going to the distribution center, which is our first location. As said, those are these giant hub of activities. They're pretty huge, so you do want to be paying attention to where you will be picking up stuff. And as you can see, here we are in the pickup package, and if you switch to the nav FLT mode, the quantum marker will be gone, but you still have your pickup marker. So I'm boosting towards the atmosphere to get as quickly as I can, And guys, here's an additional tip. When you'll be moving there, you can go as quickly as you want to, but previously you would need to be worried that you were gonna hammer yourself down into the ground. Well, when you're close, you might want to switch back by holding B to the SCM mode, and essentially it almost engages a space brake to the level that's almost unprecedented. It's like hard on the brakes, full on ABS, and immediately you will get there, stop, and then you have a chance to land. So, here we are at the first distribution center. I don't have a landing pad, I wasn't prompted to do so, so I'm just gonna be landing willy-nilly somewhere close to my marker. So I've chosen the landing pad that's the nearest. Apparently nobody is shooting me, the distribution center ain't hostile, but it sure hell looks beautiful, isn't it? Right, so with the Aurora poised for the landing, we're gonna just gently touch her down. There we go, and then back to the internal view. My advice is, I think it's Alt-U, but just turn off your engines. Look for your keybind, turn off your engines, don't turn everything off. You want to keep your shields just in case some dum-dum comes and tries to shoot you. I mean, this distribution center is basically weapons restricted zone, so it shouldn't be a problem. However, you never know. Alright, so let's go and find where should we be picking up our package. So, and apparently we should be picking up package in this box. You do it by left clicking the pickup, and it says please stand by, and oh, error, request not found. As I said, some of these locations are buggy. You should have gotten the package at this moment. And it is the nature of a PTU, sometimes those distribution things don't work. In that case, just leave it be, don't abandon it, pick up a new contract and continue. Just ignore the fact, you won't suffer any reputation loss because of it. So as you can see, contract, I'm gonna take a new contract, and don't worry. I could have edited this part out, but since this bug is still present as when I tested it last night, I wanted to show this in, so in case you encounter it, you don't think like you did something wrong. This part of the game can be buggy. The CIG devs are ironing out all the issues, so by all means, just pick another one, don't abandon the mission, and just go. Your missions will be reset anyway when you log out, so don't worry about it. Alright, so we're gonna be going to the other distribution center. And let's see, there we go. We're gonna be closing the door behind us, enter the pilot seat, powering our engines and hoof-tailing it out of here. Honestly guys, I don't know what the keybinds are for flying the ship. Might sound kind of backwards because I'm using the HOTAS. I'm using my dual VKB Gladiator NXT Evo. And if you guys plan to invest into a good HOTAS, this one is, in my opinion, the best one I have ever seen when it comes to flying in Star Citizen. It allows you a full 60 degrees of freedom and quantum movement. Speaking of the goodies, I would also suggest that you invest in the Tobii Eye Tracker 5. By the way, there will be a link in the comment below, and it will provide me a little bit of a kickback if you decide to buy and support my channel. But the Tobii Eye Tracker is an awesome piece of kit that allows you to track your head in your ship. So as you turn your head, you can actually track the items around you and everything. It's an amazing piece of kit that I honestly cannot live without. When I'm playing Star Citizen, I'm always have it on, and it's fantastic. Okay, so with the commercials out of the way, let's go back to the second distribution center. So as we come in here, you will notice here the package is upstairs. And to me that means I'm gonna just take this landing pad very close to the top area. Nobody is forbidding me, nobody is allowing me, so at this point I'm just gonna land my Aurora here. And if you have a bigger ship, that might be an issue. So smaller ship, usually since people need to gear up, these are the beginner missions, so you will probably have a starter ship. I don't think that your starter ship will be a reclaimer, because if you do, post a comment below and prove me wrong. That would really be funny. However, We are all different people, so yeah, my starter ship used to be a Cutty Black. So, and I love that ship to the death, even with the introduction of Spirit C1. I feel that the Cutty Black has this utilitarian, you know, soul that really sells the, you know, I'm gonna do things on my way. Spirit C1 is I'm gonna do my things my way with a little bit more panache and style and everything. And I do have a C1, but I don't know. Cutty Black is the route for me. I also heard the people that like, you know, the Drake Corsair. I've actually hated the guts of that ship, but it's starting to grow on me, so you never know. Alright, so the reason being here, we're going into the distribution center, and you might be asking yourself, okay, how will we gear up here? To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know, because I haven't seen any loot boxes in the distribution centers yet. There might be when this video goes live. There might be somewhere else. Do let me know in the comments below if you have seen some. I haven't seen any, but then again, I wasn't that accurate in terms of checking everything. However, here is our box. So you might be asking then, why am I going here? Because the starter missions will be taking you here, and this guy is clearly backwards. I mean, he misunderstood the requirement. Sakura-san, yeah, you're typing with your ass, dude. Anyway. So when you pick up the package, and you do that by, you know, press F to pay respects, you go back to your Aurora or whatever starter ship that you're using, and you're gonna be delivering the package. So, when do you pick up cool armors and weapons? Well, on the destination, obviously. So, the reason why did I tell you to take the box delivery mission is normally you wouldn't know where to go. You would be exploring any of the outdoor settlements, but some of them might be friendly, some of them might be hostile. And if you're picking up a cargo delivery mission, usually those are friendly, unless you get a derelict outpost. So don't take those ones, but if you take a regular cargo delivery, those are friendly. So it's an easy way for a beginner player. Later on, when you're more experienced, you're gonna understand, oh, these might be friendly, these might not be. So what you want to do, you want to be putting down your, you know, box, and you do that by F and right click and then placing down. And we're gonna be entering the seat, and we will be delivering that box. So really basic, really starter level information. However, you get to see these cool visuals. I mean, this is my favorite takeoff. Look at this. You get to enjoy this beautiful distribution center. I still am looking forward to being able to take a Gravlev vehicle and run or actually drive circles around it. I've tried it last weekend in my Cutty Black, and I've put, like, you know, the what was the name, Drake Firefly, I think. And that one, when I tried to fly around, I was bumping, and the distribution center still need a little bit of work with collision meshes and everything. So there was a little bit of, you know, inconsistency, but I'm pretty sure the devs are gonna have this fixed. Right, so you took off and you're going upwards. Take a look. Yeah, this is my Tobii eye tracker in action. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go sky high, and we're gonna get ourselves out of the atmosphere, obviously. I'm gonna switch to nav quantum mode, and I'm gonna be hitting the boosters. So when we get out of atmosphere, the quantum travel drive is working, and it's 937 kilometers, so it's not that far. As soon as my drive is calibrated, I'm gonna engage the quantum drive by left-clicking a mouse, or in my case it was right hand HOTAS joystick. And there you go. We will be boosting towards this new place. And usually the places where you leave them are often not the distribution center. So sometimes it can be distribution center, the other one probably will not be. So when you get to this outpost, these outposts do have the boxes, or actually crates, where you can actually loot armor, weapons, etc. Primarily armor for the most parts, but there are a couple of spawn points that will be distributing weapons. Alright, so here we go. We are slowly descending. using the benefits of the Tobii eye tracker that I can track where my relative positioning is. And gently touch down. Look at that, beautiful. Alright, once again, turning off the engines only and holding Y to get out of seat, and let's deliver this box. Sometimes it can happen that the box deliveries are bugged, but remember, we're not here really to deliver the boxes, we are really here to kit ourselves in a good way. So, let's get out and let's get ourselves kitted out properly. Now, typically it's not a good practice to steal from your customers, but if you're just a beginner, come on, rob them blind. So you will be getting inside, you're gonna be delivering, you can drop off the package, get some extra cash. I mean, 4,000 AUEC, if you're starting up with 5, it's still good money. So, there we go.
Try the vehicle terminal.
Try the vehicle terminal. Yeah, I'm gonna try it because I like it. Okay, there we go. Additional 4,000, cha-ching. Beautiful. Okay, now, for the main thing why we are here. Notice that red box? Well, that's a red crate. And if you come to it and press loot, you have... Oh, what do we have here? We have an undersuit, and we do have Mech Flex Arms Gray. Free stuff, people. So, I've equip them, and if it doesn't go, right now the problem is that with 323.0 there are still local inventories, so I'm going to teach you a trick that will work currently, then I have to adjust the guide. So, loot screen doesn't work because you don't have a backpack, you have nowhere to put your stuff. See? But, if you go with the inventory, which you get by pressing on the top right corner, there's an arrow. And if you, this one, open inventory. So, if you do that, you can drag everything into the local inventory. Now, this is the local inventory of the Shubin Mining Facility SMO22. So, it's not your property yet. However, you can drag stuff in here, temporarily. When 3.23 point patch comes with physicalized cargo, you might need to be buying a backpack.
You're looking for the cargo terminal. It's over there.
However, for the time being, this works. Okay, so we looted 2 boxes. Let's see, is there a third one? Nope, it's not here. However, there are many more of these settlements at the same location. I haven't still yet left the outpost, so I just went to a different building. And look, here on the bottom left corner, another red crate. Red crates typically have weapons and armor. Usually, in this type of locations that are peaceful, it's mostly armor. However, look at this, legs. Okay, we're gonna be dragging the legs here, and we're carrying hands. So we can actually put the legs on ourselves. So we have arms and legs. Good. See, we're already getting kitted out. Okay, now we are in the Aurora, and this is the same outpost. I'm just gonna fly over because I don't like to driving in the bitter cold. So there are 2 additional, you know, huts, or I don't know what you want to call it, outposts, containers, whatever. So we're gonna be just flying over there, landing ourselves over there, and robbing those blind. You get the idea, right? Just note one important thing. We still haven't picked up all of the weapons, so be really careful and intentional about this. Because we're gonna go in. We are still putting everything in the local, because when I was making the first version of this video, I transferred everything to local and I forgot to transfer it on my ship or anywhere else. And guess what? I came to the outpost, I came to my space station, and there was nothing there. Okay, another red crate. Boy, we are in luck today. So let's say, by the way, if the crates aren't there, it could be that the player was before you and they actually looted the damn thing blind. So that can also happen. Local facility, and just drag everything over there. See? Beautiful. Right. Okay. So you repeat this process several times, and then when you're done, when you have moved everything in the local, what you want to be doing, come to your ship, press the inventory and press the tab vehicles and move everything from the local inventory, and you can see the loot that I have accumulated here. Yes, I know, I'm a hoarder. You can move it one by one, or you could press the move all. Now, if you press the move all button, everything will be moved in your vehicle, which in my case is our Aurora MR. So now, at this point, when you leave, you will have everything. Now, the next step is you want to be going to the spaceport, Port Tressler. This will also be valid for the 3.3.0. The moment you get local hangars and physicalized inventory, this solution will no longer be possible, but I will make an updated guide on how to do that as well. The idea is a lot of new players will be coming to 3.23.0 because it is a brand new shiny patch, and guys, honestly, it's awesome. I'm enjoying it really much. So, what you want to do, you come close to the station and you stop. Then you press Y and you get out of your seat. You don't dock to the station, just be careful that you don't bump into anything. And while you're here, since you are already in the influence of the station, what you want to be doing the same thing that you did but in reverse. You go to the inventory and there you have local, which is Port Tressler. So you will go to the vehicles, and everything that you have in your vehicle you can just drag and drop, and you can actually equip yourself if you have a multi-tool with a tractor beam, because that's highly useful. It will be used for whatever. You can keep yourself the water, or you can just press move all, and you have literally moved all of the things that you have into the Port Tressler, which is also your spawn point. So if you die, you will have plenty of gear to pick up. Now, note that I said gear, not weapons. For the weapons, you want to be doing the same thing, but you have to go to one of, I think, 4 locations in Stanton that currently do have weapons, so be careful, there can be players. In Microtech, it's the Buds Growery. I'm going to be posting other locations in the comments below, in the pinned comment, which are the other 3. There is, I think, 1 additional in Hurston, and I think 2 in Orison. I'm not aware of any in I think around the area 18. So the Buds Growery is on Euterpe. So if you open up your map screen and enter Buds Growery and hold R, you will get a route to it. So you just follow the navigation markers, same as you did for the box delivery, and you go full on quantum travel until you get to the Buds Growery. I have moved to the navigation flight. If it's dark, you might want to be holding scan ping just to see how far you are, and keep track of your altimeter so you don't ram into the pod. Now I've switched to the SCM guns because it was a nice space break for me. So all in all, we are pretty close, and we will be performing the landing. Right. So that the moment we land, we will be getting the weapons and everything out. So, as we approach the station, go gently for the landing. This is the Buds Growery. You want to do a rinse repeat of the previous process. So the same thing that you did, you just want to repeat it. Right. Also here, especially, this is very important because you do want to be able to not turn off your engines or shields, just turn off your engines, not the shields, because somebody might come and kill you outright. So be careful about that. Let's go in now. Okay, so when you get in to the Buds Growery, obviously it's on Euterpe, and you have to be really careful because the temperatures are abysmally low and you don't have a proper environmental protection suit. So you want to be cycling that airlock sooner rather than later. So if you go in, hopefully you will notice some red crates. The one is, for example, here, and let's go here and loot it up. So we still don't have a lot of place in our leg armor. So what we're gonna see, you can see the Gallant rifle that we have over here. So once again, what we're gonna do, we're gonna open our inventory by clicking this arrow. And ultimately, if you want, you can transfer everything and move everything to local, if you desire to do so. Or you could, for example, be taking that gallant rifle and replacing the utility thing that you have here. So I'm gonna do just that. I actually like gallant rifle. It's kind of cool. Note that I'm really not a PvP player or even the first-person shooter player that much. I'm terrible at it. I actually suck so hard when it comes to, you know, aiming or anything like that. I'm outright terrible. Hopeless, I think, is the word that I'm looking for, yes. Okay, so here we have another crate, and you can see it by the loot. Let's see, here we have the medical stuff. We have the medical gun, refills, and a medical attachment for our beloved thingy. So, if I just click it, it immediately goes into my weapons loadout because it was empty. And it automatically gets refilled. I was trying to see if I can get these into the consumables, which I can, and that's kind of cool. And I can get some additional stuff into my leg armor inventory because there's not a lot, but let's go and move everything into the local inventory as we know and love. For the time being, that thing works, and hopefully it will be good enough. Okay, another red crate. Let's see, what do we have here? Whoa, hello, we have, what do we have? We have the Devastator shotgun and AO3 sniper rifle. And actually, other weapons you can buy, but sniper rifles you need to get yourself at the locations like these. So yes, that sounds mighty fine. I'm gonna actually move the gallant rifle here, and I'm gonna take the external thing and A3 sniper rifle magazine. I'm gonna place that one instead of the gallant rifle magazine. Alright, good. And I'm gonna move everything else to local. See, the local inventory is getting filled pretty nicely. Let's see, what else do we have here? We do have the loot. Okay. Few more medical items. I mean, I'm a hoarder, so I'm gonna transfer everything, literally. Alright, let's see, do other rooms have additional loot? By the way, if you come and everything is empty, that means that somebody has beat you to it. Somebody has been and looted it and things haven't respawned. Okay, just double check. Let's see, what do we have over there? Now, is there another crate? I do not see it. Nope. Okay, let's go check out another storage. There are multiple places where the crates can be, so do keep track of the location. Where do we have it? Okie doke. Nope. Not there. Not even there. Apparently, I might have missed it. I don't know. Okay, let's check out our brand new sniper rifle. Oh, look at that. That looks beautiful. Alright, so time to go out. By the way, be careful when you go out. You might encounter some bug thingy. And when you're going out, if it's a storm, you might get swept off your feet. Yeah, like this. I don't know if it's tied to euterpe or the thing being, the weather being terrible, but I don't know, or just me being a terrible person in terms of walking. However, it gets really hard to walk, so you have to really go quickly unless you want to die a horrible death. Minus 20 degrees is definitely not something to do. So this is actually rinse, repeat. So just remember, if you're on Microtech, it's Bud's Brewery. And I'm gonna post the links to the names of the other two in the pinned comment below. And while you're there, you might as well like this video if you find this video helpful and interesting, and subscribe for more Star Citizen tips and tricks for either the beginners or other 323 things that I'm gonna be posting in the future. Thank you very much for your support. Now, let's continue. We are not done yet. So now we want to take off from Euterpe, and we're gonna go back to Port Tressler on the Microtech, where we're once again gonna store all of our weapons in the pretty much same manner as we did before. Note, there are lots of types of weapons that you can do, so the more times you do these jumps and the more times you do these box delivery missions, the more armor you will be able to find, and it gets better suited. So once again, we're gonna go back to Port Tressler. There we go. and pressing the R will create us a route. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have to go to our quantum marker and engage the hyperdrive as soon as it gets calibrated. So there we go, and hitting the afterburners, and there we go. So as you saw, it doesn't require any cash at the moment to be obtaining this stuff. However, if the cargo gets physicalized and you won't be able to use this magic local storages, which might be in the .23 point patch, then the only purchase of the equipment that you want to be doing is chest piece, because it allows you to carry backpack, and a backpack as big as you can carry. So those two would be a useful purchases for you. Now, let's go back to the port Tressler and let's make sure that we really dump all the beautiful weapons that we have lovingly acquired into the port Tressler. Also, another thing, I tend to do that while these magic inventories are still working. I like to do that before the landing. Also, after the landing, you could be taking weapons one by one, and if your ship has, a weapons rack or something, you might as well be placing stuff in there. So that's also something to, consider. Alright, so move everything to port Tressler, and look, it didn't took very long. It took only a little bit of time, but we were still able to get ourselves pimped up in terms of some armor and something. This is not going to be great, but it's going to help you with the first missions that you will be doing, and you can have more consumables, weapons, armor, weapon slots, ammunition, which is kind of the point. And then you want to be going to your hangar, and then you want to be... Also, one more thing. If you want, you can just flat outright sell everything. And if you do sell everything, that means that you would be pretty much able to, if you sell everything, you might get some cash. So if you don't like the armors that you're getting, you could be selling them for cash to the vendors and then buying the ones that you actually want. Especially good prices you can get for weapons, namely the sniper rifles. And so even if, the violence isn't exactly your shtick, meaning you don't want to go into the PvP missions, but you need some initial cash, that's also a good way of making cash. You get 4,000 for the box delivery mission, plus additional amount for either the weapons or the ammo or whatever you are able to find. Just loot it, be a loot goblin at the beginning. With increasing prices in 3.23, it's gonna definitely pay off. So, once again, when you land, another advice that I have for you, especially in the 3.23 point patch, if you're using internal cargo racks or the cargo inventory, you can turn off your ship and you want to be basically doing the repairs, reloads, and also when you're going back to the base, you want to be saving your ship. So we're gonna do just that. Alright, getting out of our seat. I do like the physicalization in Star Citizen. It really is experienced like no other. By the way, guys, if you like what you're seeing and you would like to support me or want to get into the Star Citizen, I will be providing the code, the referral code, in the description below. Remember, during the Invictus, also called as the Fleet Week, which will be coming mid-May, you can try Star Citizen completely free of charge and actually try all of those ships that you are playing in the game. Also, if you're using my kind of referral code, and if you purchase, I think, the game package, I don't think it applies to just the Fleet Week, you can actually get an additional small amount of money, and I get an additional kickback, and thank you for supporting my channel. So, as you can tell, with everything that you have here at the port Tressler, which you have put there, you can go and kit yourself out however you like. Hope you like this episode. Do let me know in the comments below. If you have any more tips and tricks that you would like to share with the rest of the community, be sure to put them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.